salmon salad is just like tuna fish. I've already opened up the can. And sometimes people like to cook the fresh salmon and then mash it all up. It comes out the same way. I'm gonna show you all the can that I got. So this is the can. And so how I make this is I will use onion powder, garlic powder, pepper, right, and seafood season. Now, what I don't have that I usually use is the salmon seasoning because I didn't see it in the market when I went the other day. So I also have an onion. The cheese is gonna go on my crackers with the salmon. Okay, I have mayonnaise. Usually it would be Duke's. I don't have Duke's today, so I want to mix all of this up really quickly, and then I'll show you all the finished result of how much. As it comes to putting in the onion powder, the garlic powder, the pepper, season it to your taste, and you can even use the kinders if you like. Season it to how you want to. I'm gonna season it to how I want to, and I'll be right back. Hi, Shocking Black. Hold on, give me 1 minute to cut this stuff up. The reason why I like tuna fish, I do, but the salmon is less fishy. Um, and of course, if you had fresh the salmon that you get in the market, it would be better, but that's not available to me right now. So right now, I'm going to use what I have. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I'm looking for something. And I don't see it. All right, there it is. There's the knife. So I'm going to use the canned salmon because I wasn't. If I had to use the oven, that really wasn't going to work. So here we go. Here we go. So I have my knife and I'm cutting up the onions. Now you can cut your onions up the way that you would like to cut them up. Oftentimes what I'll do is I will put a glass of cold water in front of me, and that will keep my eyes from tearing up. Okay, so I put a large glass of water, cold water, and that'll keep me from having tears. All right, so I probably won't do that today because I'm not using up my ice, but I usually do. Hold on, I usually do. So I have it right here. The bag and put the trash in. When I'm done, it's going in the trash. I'm gonna wash it all my So y'all can't see my countertop, but I'm kind of like a fanatic about my countertop being clean while I'm up here doing this. So I have my crackers right now. So we got, all right, so all right, so if you're a person and your eyes really tear up when you cut onions, get you some ice cold water, place it in front of where you get ready to do your onions at, and let it sit there, and your eyes will not tear up. Now, I'm not going to be here cutting this too long, so mine shouldn't, but they could. But, it doesn't bother me if they do, but I don't have right now no ice cold water, so I'm going to just do this without it, and I'm sure I'll be okay. So I'm peeling back my onion. Now, I don't like a lot of onions in my salmon salad, and I'm going to show y'all how much I'm going to put in here. It's not going to be a whole lot. It's going to be a little bit. Just enough to give it the taste, just like you would tuna fish. It's basically the same concept, except that the salmon is less fishy than the tuna. Now, listen, I eat yellowfin tuna. I eat wild caught tuna. I eat all of that. But the salmon has if that's what you're trying to get, the salmon has a much better taste because it's not as fishy as the tuna fish. You can make it the exact same way. You can even go to the store and get the salmon seasoning that they sell. I use that when I'm making fresh salmon and the salad. So I did want some seafood. I did not want a cooked platter, and it looked like it's really warm outside. I try not to eat heavy on my stomach because it'll bother me later. So the salmon salad, I got crackers and cheese. That's good, and I'm not gonna eat the whole thing. If I get hungry later, I can go back and get some of that. Can even get some broccoli. I might put some broccoli on the side. Yes, the broccoli will be raw. Usually when I have salmon though, I will have spinach. But because of what's going on with the greens and all that right now, I'm staying away from like getting spinach at certain markets. So this is how I did mine. Now I like mine cut up really, really fine because I don't like biting down on onions. And I mean crunching them, I don't like that. So I cut mine really kind of fine, but not really that fine. I'm gonna show y'all in a minute. Okay. So this is how I did mine. Let me turn the camera on so y'all can see it. So that's how I did mine. So let me see if I can show you. See, that's how I did mine, okay? So then I'll put it in there. And what I'll do is while I'm talking to y'all, I'm opening up the Old Bay. Hold on for 1 minute. 1 minute. Let me see if I can turn the camera around. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up the Old Bay, and just like you would make tuna fish, when I make tuna fish, yes, I do add a little Old Bay, a little salmon seasoning. I do. Now today I don't have no salmon seasoning, so I'm just gonna use this right here. Okay. So depends on how much salt you want in this. So what I usually do is I do dry ingredients first, the mayonnaise last. So what I will do is take the salt and sprinkle. You all can't see over top of the season. Let me see if I can show you what I'm doing, because I don't, yeah. All right, so what I'll do is I'll sprinkle it in like this. Pay attention, right? You want to taste it, but you don't want it to be salty. So that's enough. I didn't measure it. I don't know. I just gave it a few sprinkles, all right? So then I came in with the garlic powder, right? It's a little bit. Onion powder. We're making this just like I'm making this just like I would tuna fish. And I'm going to try the lemon butter. Can't hurt. Just a little bit. I'm sure to give it a good taste. All right. And then the last thing is going to be the pepper. Right. Here's the pepper. Look. Here's the pepper. Right. And then I have the mayonnaise. Now I'm going to have to put the phone down for the mayonnaise because I'm going to turn it back around. All right. So, all right. So the mayonnaise I don't have Dukes. This is what I have. This is what the store had. So some people like their tuna fish really, really soupy, and I don't. I like mine kind of with a thick texture. So I'm gonna show you how I do mine. All right. Started eating salmon salad when I met a lady that I used to work with at PHA, and she actually one day was together for lunch, and she made this, and I've been making it ever since, and that was like 30 plus years ago. So what you do is I would have had some parsley. Sometimes I put parsley in it too. So be the judge of how much mayonnaise you want. Now that's how much I started with, a squeeze. I want to make sure it doesn't get too much mayonnaise. All right. So it's hot outside. This is salmon salad. Sometimes people like to make the salmon in with Alfredo. I've had it. I like fried salmon. I can't lie. You know, people get the fresh salmon in it. Now that's not enough. See, let me show y'all. That's not enough. So what I have to do is I'll have to mix some more. So if I'm mixing some more, okay. I want to see if you put too much of something in anything you make, you can't go back and fix it. If you don't put enough, you always can add more. But if you start off with too much, you're done. It's like salt. Over salt something, you're toast. So this is almost the consistency. Let me taste it. A little bit more mayonnaise. Yeah, it's a lot more. The taste is not as fishy as the tuna fish, which is a winner. because tuna fish definitely had that canned taste. All right, so this is how it came out. This is how it came out. It's just like tuna fish, but it's I had crackers, and I had queso de papa cheese, which is Longhorn style cheese, cheddar cheese, okay? Then I'm gonna scoop up on some crackers. I'm gonna eat this. This is my quick cooking short for the day. And I'll see y'all back later. Thank y'all for coming. Thank you, Liz, Just Me, Chakarine Black, and all.